Anime Gypsy here with a Naruto discussion about the Konoha 11 post Great War. The Konoha 11 is a team comprised off of all of the people that graduated with Naruto in the same class. At least that's a name that was given to them in one of the episodes of Naruto. It's not a canon name, but I'm just going to use it nonetheless to describe them in this video. So let's dive right in. First, we'll start with Team Guy since it's the easiest to dissect. Now, in terms of development, only one character saw development post Great War that we know of, and that's Rock Lee. And he is maturing kind of like Guy. I think he's not as childish as Guy was because Guy kind of had a few childish antics back when we saw him, but Rock Lee has a little bit less. At least that's what I'm getting out of him. He's a bit more mature than Guy when he was the same age as Guy. But um, besides that, we also know that he developed new ability. He's now able to open the seventh gate. And we know that because we see him do it in one of the last episodes of Naruto Shippuden, even though it was kind of a gag, but it's displayed nonetheless. And those episodes, from my knowledge, even though they weren't in the manga, they are canon because they are written by Masashi Kishimoto himself. That aside, Neji, still dead, no development there. Tenten, she's a mystery, we just don't know anything about her. It's kind of a shame because I thought she had plenty potential, but we just didn't get to see any of it in Shippuden or in the original Naruto. Nonetheless, let's move on. Team Kurenai. First is Kiba. We don't get to see anything out of Kiba, but we could assume he's been honing his ninjutsu because he wants to become Hokage. Now, I doubt that will happen, but I think when we see Kiba next time, he's going to be beastly. And I know that sounds weird because it's Kiba, but from everything we know about him, he's like Naruto in terms of grit. He just won't stop until he achieves something. That's something that was established in that episode, I forgot what it was called, Team 8's Last Mission or something, where he goes with Shino on a mission to find this honey that was part of a ceremony that the Senju clan used to do way back when. That aside, next we have Shino. Now, Shino gained a lot of skills in terms of tutoring, and we see that he's not as shy as he used to be. He talks a lot more. He's better at explaining stuff. He still sucks at it, but he's better. We get to see a lot more out of him. In terms of combat ability, he's developed a lot because the amount of bugs this guy could produce is just obscene now. He could produce enough to cover a good chunk of forest, as we saw in Boruto episode 6, I think. And he also mastered summoning. We see that in two different accounts with two different types of summoning. The first one, he's able to summon a spider web, which we saw in one of the last episodes of Naruto Shippuden. And the other one, he's able to summon a giant ladybug or beetle. And that we saw in one of the episodes of Boruto. Now, after all of this, we could also assume that he overall basic skills, in terms of basic skills, he developed because we know that he's now Jonin level from what Shikadai, Shikadai said. I was thinking of Mitsuki, but no, yeah, it was Shikadai that said that. Based on what Shikadai said, his basic skills increased to the point where he's Jonin level now. And to be honest, I always thought that out of the Konoha 11, he was one of the strongest because his wits were just amazing. We've always seen that. I just want to see him in a legit fight where we see the wits he's famous for being used efficiently. Now, after Shino, we have Hinata. And we know her basic skills developed. We saw that in the movie The Last. But the most intriguing development that she had was actually not in combat. It was her parenting skills. We saw that she could actually lose the whole "I'm so innocent" face, the whole, you know, shy all the time, and have a more intimidating presence in order to in or- that scene was just hilarious. In order to scare her children into doing stuff, which I think is actually a good parenting tactic. I mean, it's she doesn't abuse it, but she's able to like intimidate her kids so that she could parent them well. All right. After that, we go to Team Ino Shikacho, and overall, we know that they don't spend as much time together anymore. Therefore, their ability to sync with one another has decreased because A. Shikamaru is now the Hokage's assistant. He doesn't go on missions with them that much anymore because has to stay with Naruto. And, and overall, um, that's basically all I have to say about Inushika Cho because we honestly didn't get that much out of them. We don't know about their developments, well, except for Shikamaru because he has been hitting the books so he could become even smarter, so he could assist Naruto. In terms of power, we saw that Shikamaru was able to restrain Momoshiki for a few seconds, and that's hyped because Momoshiki is, even though I think he's lame, he's an Ototsuki and he's very powerful. So that's also pretty impressive. Okay, after Team Inushikacho is Team Kakashi, and we'll start with Naruto's with the series' favorite Kunoichi. Of course, I'm joking. Sakura. Honestly, I don't find any problems with Sakura. I just find her somewhat irrelevant. I have nothing against her. That being said, well, except in that last fight, but that being said, when it comes to Sakura, we really don't get much out of her. We know that she gets into a romantic relationship with Sasuke, but besides that, we know almost nothing about her, the increased ability of her skills. We just don't get to see that much new out of her. Everything is as it was. After that, we're talking about Sasuke. Now, Sasuke, we see two new abilities out of Sasuke. One of them is the ability to read memories, and we see that when he talks to this guy, that he frees out of a genjutsu-like state from that girl that could use the Katsuryugan or whatever it's called, and he literally goes through and sees this guy's memories. Now, if you remember, what he had to do in during the pre-Great Ninja War was he'd have to put someone under genjutsu and torture them until they spoke, just like what he did with the guy from the hidden cloud village that told him where B was. Now, that aside, the second ability Sasuke Uchiha gained was the ability to travel through dimensions, and we see that because he is able to go to Kaguya's ice dimension, and he is able to go to that dimension with the big tree. I forgot what it was called, to be honest. Now, after Sasuke, we have to go to Naruto. And when it comes to Naruto, we just see the amount of chakra this guy could control is just obscene and just incredibly like increased. This guy is able to create armies of shadow clones and make them do all sorts of things. And in terms of power, I honestly don't think that Naruto should get that much stronger because he's already way up there, and I doubt we saw what he's able to do post Great War. Um, that being said, other than physical feats in terms of development, Team Kakashi with Sakura, she stayed pretty much the same. With Sasuke, he's a lot calmer now. he's not that hasty. He's well, not it's not hasty that I'm searching for. He's not vengeful. He doesn't rush to revenge like he used to. He's a lot calmer. And he actually admits that Naruto is stronger than him, and I have to disagree there. I think they're basically as strong as one another. But you know that's a topic that we could talk for hours about, and I'm not gonna go there. Um, or that when he admits that Naruto is stronger than him, that's in the Boruto manga when during or after no after the fight with Momoshiki. Now that's characterization for Sasuke. Naruto, on the other hand, he's mature now, which is crazy. He's no longer the goofy kid that we remember. He no longer has those gags that we see all the time. He's serious. He knows what he's talking about when he's talking about something. It seems like he has been hitting the books, and it shows that he's been hitting the books because he seems like someone that knows what he's talking about a lot of the times, and he seems like the sort of person that would wait, think about something, and then talk. His analytical skills have increased, as we've seen from his analysis of Boruto multiple times. Even though he was wrong in terms of Boruto trying to impress him, he doesn't rush into things. He doesn't, as Itachi said, he's not the person that barks first. And that's a nice character development right there from Masashi and the people working on Boruto. And that sums up the Konoha 11. If you want to include Sai in the Konoha 11, then I honestly think that he's developed well. He's now he seems to have a lot more control over what he's over basically. I don't know how to say this properly. English is my second language, so just give me a sec. You know, like when the ability to like know when you're about to get yourself into an awkward situation. He's able to control that a lot more. He's not the type of person that isn't aware that much of when he's being awkward like he used to be. He's now a lot more aware of how awkward situations could be and how he could avoid awkward situations, which is better, which is good. And that sums up my review for post Great War Konoha 11. Now, if this is your first time seeing one of my videos, you guys could check some of you guys could go to my channel and check some of my other videos out if you'd like. I have a theory video about Kaido if you're into One Piece. I have a Boruto rant for chapter 14. Yeah, chapter 14. I have a review for chapter 16. If you guys are interested, please check them out. If you liked what I had to say, please leave a like. If you didn't, please leave a dislike. Please, if you disagree with me on anything but you don't want to leave a dislike, just comment down below on what you think and what you disagree with me on and why. And guys, until next time, I'll see you guys later. This is Anime Gypsy, and I'm out.